with Nakobe being out?
His good play. He's really played good for us this year. Gotten better and better as the season wore on. He had the green dot, was a call leader out there and making the calls that ILBs have to make. So we're going to miss him a ton.
Does it change the way you call a game without him in there?
No.
Will Zach get the green dot now, or?
Yes.
Any thought about getting Trotter some reps out there? Is it going to just be Oren Burks, or how are you going to work that?
No, we'll probably get Trot. We're not afraid to put him in there.
Zach, are the Rams a better team than when you played them in November?
Well, when you look at the Rams, they started the year 1-4. They had a ton of injuries. Then they lost the last game of the season when they didn't play their regulars. So that's 1-5. In between there, they're 10-2. So I think that answers your question.
Are you as comfortable with Burks and Trot and with blitzes like you were with Nakobe, or do you have to kind of see that in the game before?
No, we'll call it as we see fit.
What has Trot shown you as a young kid?
Trot, yeah, I think Trot's got a good future, and that future may be now. He's got good instincts, really likes the game. He's smart. He's got a lot of good qualities.
What do you like about Oren?
Oren's a good athlete, can run. He's got experience playing. He's a good tackler, as we saw in the opening kickoff. And we like him too.
Will it be a mix of them or just one?
It could be. It could be.
Were you happy with the tackling against Green Bay?
No, particularly two plays in particular, we had multiple missed tackles. So no, we need to do better there this week. These guys have, obviously Williams, the running back, is a good ball carrier, tough guy to tackle. All the receivers are good runners after the catch, as their tight ends are. So we need to improve there.
Or those two plays, like the Jacobs long run, I guess, and then the Jaden Reed.
Yeah.
When you've spoken about Nolan Smith this year, you keep talking about his improvement. Where specifically has he improved from the start of the season to now?
In all facets of playing the edge for us. The run, the pass. Pass meaning rush the passer, pass meaning dropping when he does have to drop. He's improved in all areas.
I know the depth chart looked different before injuries there, but going into the year, what did you expect Nolan to contribute?
I didn't have any expectations. I shoot high, put no limits on anybody. And let's just see where he went. And he kept improving.
Is there something about the Georgia players that that when you look at him and you can say, yeah, I can tell he went to Georgia because of this?
Not really. And Kirby's a friend of mine. No, I mean, I don't pigeonhole him that way.
What was the key defensively the last time you guys played the Rams?
They drove it on us early in the first drive of the game, and we got a takeaway. Early in the game, we weren't very sharp, and they were. And these guys are a very game plan specific team. They're going to have a mode of operation of the way they want to attack you, and we got to be ready for that.
Why do you think Cooper DeJean had the success he had against Cooper Kupp in that first game?
I don't know that you can label it that way. We played a lot of zone, so I don't know that you can say he had great success one way or the other against any other guys.
What are the difficulties of facing a quarterback with the experience like Stafford?
His talent and his know-how. He's still one of the top passers in the league. Very, very smart. Can read coverages, like better than most, if not one of the top two or three. Can put the ball in, still has tremendous arm talent, put the ball anywhere.
The first Rams game, you were, I think, in the most dime all year. What was the reason for that? And with Nakobe out, is that more pronounced going forward?
I don't remember the reason, and no.
Going back to Nolan for a minute, he had the one play where Jenkins was pulling across, bang, he hit him. Nolan hit Jenkins, Jenkins went out. Is that the kind of play that you'll show in the week after as like an example of hard, tough play or whatever. And what kind of, I mean, that's like not a highlight play, I guess, within the scope of a game, but it is a play that did have an impact on the game because it went out. Just curious what your thoughts are on that.
Yeah, it was a really good play, and he wasn't the only one that was really good on that play. Everybody on that side of the ball from the nose over played that play well. And yes, it was a good play for us.
Milton Williams, another guy that had an impact in that game the first time around. How key is he going to be, in this matchup?
Well, everybody that's out there is going to be key. And Milt had a good game the other night, or late afternoon, whatever you call it. Yeah, we need everybody to play good. When you're playing a quality offense like this team is, you got to play good.
When you're playing so much zone, what does it take to be buttoned up when you're passing it off?
Practice reps, experience, game reps, meetings, all of that.
Bryce only played one snap. What went into that?
We had a good three-man rotation with the other guys, and we just stuck with it.
Zach was saying that his interception was an example of how he's kind of developed trust in the system to make adjustments. When did that happen, and how did that happen?
It just happens organically over time. You can't put your finger on one moment.
First, we've talked to you since he was named an All-Pro. How did you talk to him about that? What are your kind of thoughts on his year?
Well, obviously, he's had a great year. I think exceeded most everyone's expectations, probably even himself. But now there is no limitations. He's set a standard for himself, and he's got to show up and do it every week.
Couple more?
How big of a deal is it to have a different linebacker pairing after a season full of two high-level guys doing it all year? Now a new person, or maybe two new people are coming in.
It's an adjustment. They haven't had the amount of reps together that Zach and the Kobe did. So, yeah, it's an adjustment. But we practiced them that way. I kind of have a little rule not to put two backup linebackers in practice together because that's not how it's going to happen in a game. So they've been out there together in practice.
What's the benefit of playing both Oren and Trot if you do go that way, as opposed to just having one guy out there? Would it be situational?
Part of it is those two guys are on all special teams. So depending upon the flow of the game, kind of like when the Kobe didn't play against Dallas, I guess it was, they had like 7 or 8 play drive and we had the pick 6. Then they got the ball right back and drove it for like a 9-play drive. And then we went 3 and out on offense. So we had a bunch of plays right in a row there in a short span. So something like that would be a good time to sub them.
A few years ago, Sean McVay named you as the toughest defensive coordinator to go against in his mind. What makes him so tough to go against?
He's got a great offense that he has great command of. And he's a really good play caller during the game. He can change gears on you at a moment's notice. And he's one of the top play callers in the league for sure, without a doubt.
That's one pressure on the Slay interception. What do you like about him as a situational pass rusher from the interior, and how has he improved, I guess, throughout?
Yeah, I thought he played very well the other day. And he wasn't in there just in passing situations. He was being rolled in all situations. And I thought he played very well. He does have the ability to rush the passer, but for an undersized guy, he can anchor in the run too. But very pleased with the way he played the other day.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.